Have you ever caught someone trying to spy on you? I never would have noticed if my phone hadn't glitched during a video call with my mom. The screen froze, then suddenly switched to the front camera, and for a split second, a notification popped up. Remote access active, then it disappeared. At first I thought it was a bug. I'm not paranoid, but I am a computer science major, and something about it felt off. Later that night, my phone's camera light flicked on by itself while the phone was face down. That's when I knew this wasn't normal, so I dug in. I ran diagnostics and found a hidden app disguised as a system process. It was accessing my camera, mic, and GPS without my permission. The install date? Exactly 6 weeks ago. Same week I started dating Ryan. Ryan, the perfect boyfriend. Sweet, attentive, always texting, just to check in. He somehow always knew where I was, what I was doing. He'd surprise me at coffee shops I never mentioned, bring up convos he shouldn't know about. I'd chalked it up to intuition. Nope, he was watching me. 6 weeks ago, he'd offered to optimize my phone because it was lagging. I didn't think twice. Instead of confronting him, I played it smart. I installed a tracker that logged every time someone accessed my phone remotely. I created a secure folder and started documenting everything. And what I found made my skin crawl. He was spying on me multiple times a day, watching through my camera, listening to calls, screenshotting my texts. He had a folder with saved convos I'd had with friends. He knew everything. It was like he was cataloging my life. I felt violated, but also focused. If he wanted control, I was going to take it back. So I turned the tables. I started feeding him lies, fake convos about a made-up job offer in another city, talks about a guy in my study group who was really sweet. I made sure to say it all loudly near my phone. And Ryan, he unraveled. He started acting paranoid, asking weirdly specific questions, getting jumpy. Then I baited the trap. One afternoon, I left my phone on my bed, screen up, while I ran out. I recorded from my laptop camera. He came over with the spare key, like always, thought I wasn't home, and went straight for my phone. I caught him scrolling through my messages, reading, smiling, taking photos. It was all on tape. I compiled everything, screenshots, logs, recordings, and waited for the perfect moment. That moment was his birthday dinner, with his entire family. I sat through 2 hours of his parents gushing about their honest, respectful son. When it came time for gifts, I handed him a small box with a card that said, "Something to remember me by." He smiled, opened it. Inside was a USB drive labeled, "Play Me." His mom, smiling, urged him to plug it into the TV so we can all see what it is. He hesitated. I smiled sweetly. He plugged it in. Up came a montage of him spying on me. Access logs, footage of him scrolling through my phone, a screen recording of the exact spyware he'd installed. Silence fell like a bomb. His mom gasped. His dad's face went cold. Ryan lunged for the remote, but it was too late. I stood up, calmly. "Ryan has been monitoring my phone, camera, location, and messages for the past 6 weeks," I said. "I thought you should all know who he really is before I go to the police." He stammered. "You can't prove anything." I smiled. "Actually, I can, including the part where you admitted it out loud when you thought I wasn't home." I turned to his parents. "I'm sorry you had to find out this way." Then I walked out, left him in the wreckage. That night, I filed a police report with every piece of evidence. They took it very seriously, especially when 2 of his ex-girlfriends reached out after hearing my story. Turns out, he had a pattern. He ended up with probation, lost his internship, was forced into cybersecurity ethics training, and, per court order, therapy. His parents were devastated. Me? I still run periodic checks on my phone. Still don't accept tech help from anyone. But the biggest thing I learned wasn't about spyware or security. It was this: trust is the easiest thing to give and the most dangerous thing to weaponize.